Hello, everyone. It's time for Vanishing Highland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanis. This is episode 473, season 19. Today's date is September 9th, 2025, and welcome to the program. I'm glad you joined me on this beautiful Tuesday morning. On today's program, I'm going to talk about, I was going to do this in reverse. I'm going to discuss the 1979 record album, Breakfast in America by Supertramp. The reason why its lead singer, Rick Davies, passed away about a few days ago. And what does it have to do with Chicago? A lot, because I had great memories listening to that album when I was in high school. And I'll tell you, I didn't buy it, but I'll tell you the story behind why I didn't buy the album and why I enjoyed listening to this wonderful record album, and condolences to his family. Sorry about that. So it was a great album. Also, I will read a 1962 menu from Agostino's Italian restaurant that was located in the Gold Coast neighborhood of Chicago, another Italian place. Well, I'll get to that. Someone sent me a message about this, so I'll tell you later on in the program. It was kind of funny. So first, we're going to go to a commercial break. And this program is brought to you by Vanquish Headache Tablets. Remember Vanquish with the V? That was from the 1970s. And here's a commercial from 1973. When I used to watch television during the day, like Price is Right, on Channel 2, Channel 5. I used to see these commercials. They advertise a lot for medicine, headaches, Anacin, Vanquish, Bufferin, Excedrin, all those. Sounds like a good topic for Fan Chicago. No, I'm just teasing. Okay, so sit back and relax, and I'll be right back with the rest of the show, folks. Pardon me. So just relax. I'll be right back. Thank you.
Come on, Lois, bed.
Lucy, have you got something for a headache?
Have I got something for a headache?
Vanquish. Vanquish is strong medicine. Vanquish has more pain relievers than the largest selling extra strength tablet. And it has 2 buffers.
Honey, have you got something for a headache?
Have I got something for a headache?
When you have headache pain, Vanquish is strong medicine.
Okay, everyone, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed Vanquish, the commercial, headache tablets. They were introduced in the 60s, probably late 60s, by the Bayer Aspirin Company, I believe. And then it was very popular in the 70s. And during the 80s and so on, it was hard to find this product. It's still available. You can find them at Walmart or Target, mostly Walmart, I believe. You can find and then I saw it in Walgreens about not too long ago. And the thing is, it has caffeine in it. So if you don't want caffeine, don't take it. Like I think Excedrin has it, or is it Bufferin? One of those. So I remember the commercials. They showed the V. Have I got something for a headache? And you show the V, like that. That's funny, But right now we take Tylenol, especially me. Going through this going through all the treatments. It's never ending like that. Okay. At the beginning of the program, I mentioned I'm going to talk about my memories of the 1979 record album Breakfast in America by Supertramp. Also, I'll read a 1962 menu from Agostino's Italian restaurant that was located in the Gold Coast neighborhood. Before I get started, a couple of things I want to mention. One, I will meet my urologist Thursday. We're going to discuss surgery. It's a problem that I've had. Well, I'll tell you what it is. So I've had leakage problem for 6 months, ever since another operation I had. But that part helped a great deal. But the leaking is very bad. I change diapers every day, 2 or 3 times a day. It's annoying. Even when I go out, I have to take one with me. It's very embarrassing. So my urologist had recommended do the surgery. I don't know what it's called. It's called a sphincter or something. It's like a valve. They insert that, in my groin area. You'll have a button, and you can go to the bath. When you feel like going to the bathroom, you go to the bathroom, you push a button, and then you release the urine. That's what it works. So that's great. You don't have to worry about peeing all over the place, wetting the bed, nothing. That will go away. Hopefully it'll work. But he says it'll last about maybe 7-10 years. It'll last. And then I'll have another operation. Okay. So that's fine. I don't want to do it, but I have to because, first of all, buying diapers is expensive. And, I'm making them rich. It's not, the diaper company. So, no. I want to wear regular underwear and all that. And hopefully it'll turn out okay. He's going to do a cystoscopy. I can't pronounce that. It's going to check my bladder if everything's okay. I'm sure it's going to be fine. He's not my regular urologist. He's an associate. He's a very young man, very nice, younger than me. Half the time he doesn't know what I'm talking about. But he likes my account. He likes Fan Chicagoland, so that's good. So does a nurse. Second thing I want to mention, the Chicago Bears game. I've said this many times. I'm not a football fan. I don't watch football, but it was on. My family watched it. Okay. It was a big deal. They talked about it all day long. Go Bears, go Bears. Okay. That's nice. This is something I've learned. If someone else likes something and if you don't respect them, I didn't do that when I was younger because nobody told me. I didn't learn it or, I ignored it. It works. Just support them, even though they should do the same for me. If I like something or if I don't like something, respect my opinion. It's not easy these days, what's going on. But so I'm sorry they lost, but it's the first game and it's a new coach. Okay. The funny thing on Facebook, I see comments from people like the coach should be fired after one game. He should be gone. Kick him out, dismiss him, terminate him, get him out of here. I mean, come on, it's only one game. It's either these fans are kidding or they're just need help. They need to calm down. Calm down. Everything will be fine. There's always another game. There's always next season. I mean, they're not going anywhere. It's just a game. Just relax. They get too excited. I have a feeling they do this for attention. I think it works because I've done that myself with certain things. So anyway, according to my brother, they're going to play Sunday with the Detroit Lions. Okay. They'll probably win. That's Pete's prediction. I don't know about others, so we'll see about that. Okay, so everyone relax. Have a great rest of the week. And if you're tuning in now, listen to what I'm going to talk about. Today's topics. Okay, so let's get started. Right, first I'm going to talk about the 1979 album Breakfast in America. Okay, and it was sung by a British rock band called Supertramp. They formed in London in 1990, and the founders was Roger Hodgins. I can't say his name. Sorry. And Rick Davies. He passed away on September 6th. He was 81. He had blood cancer. He was great, and his voice singing that. He sounds like a little kind of Pee Wee Herman-ish, something like that. But no, he was good. He was a good singer. Yeah, I enjoyed it. My exposure of Supertramp early on in my life was the song "A Little Bit." I think that's what it's called. Give a Little Bit. Excuse me. But I got confused. I thought that song was in in Breakfast America. That's not true. It was another album. It was an album that was released in 1977. Okay. And it was called Even in the Quietest Moments. That was released. It wasn't that popular. It is popular now. And the other one was Dreamer. That came out in 1974. And that was an album from Crime of the Century. I wasn't, when I was growing up in the 70s in Ashburn, I never knew Supertramp. Breakfast America introduced me to this group. It wasn't the other two songs. I mean, I heard the songs on the radio, the other ones I mentioned, but that one stood out like that. So, Breakfast in America, it was released on March 16th, 1979. The earliest memories of that album was listening on the loop, the FM 97.9, when Steve Dahl and Gary Meyer were hosting at the time. And they played, the first song I heard was The Logical Song. And it was like, what a weird song. It goes, ding, 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 like that. And I was in high school. I was a sophomore. And, I listen, when I come home from school, I like to listen to radio just to tune out, relax, and then do my homework. And I heard this song like all the time. They played it all the time, every day, practically all day, and it just took off. And then it got popular, and it was a huge hit. What on the album cover, it had the waitress. I'll get to her in a moment. It shows the background of Manhattan. They have the World Trade Centers on the left. It's kind of eerie, like that. But it was there, But then one day I decided to buy it, but I didn't. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't have enough money at the time, or was I working? Yeah, I was. Yeah, you know what? I was working. I was working at the Mr. Steer Steakhouse on West 63rd Street, east of Kedzie. I was a busboy. I talked about that. I got fired. That was a long story. I talked about it on another podcast episode. Anyway, I wanted to buy it, but I didn't have enough money. I didn't want to ask my mom or dad to buy it because they say, you buy too much crap. Okay, fine. So I didn't buy it. So one day, I went across the street from Bogan High School to Cruising Music 2. That was a record store. It was on the corner of 79th Street and Springfield. It was a great record store. They had albums, 8-tracks, cassettes, posters, T-shirts, concert T-shirts. They had the bongs in the back. They sold paper to roll up joints. They had that. They had the surveys on the side of the door. I remember that. And that was a great store. So I went in there and I found I had an 8-track player at the time. Probably the last one that was introduced, because I bought sticks. I bought the cars. Then my brothers had other 8-tracks. They borrowed from other kids and I played that. And I wanted to buy it on 8-track, but I did not. I wanted to buy the album, but I didn't. I should have. Now I regretted it because of that. I did not buy it. And so anyway, let's see. So the songs they played, not just the tracks, they had Logical Song was that. And the other one I remember was Take the Long Way Home. I love that song. Also Goodbye Stranger. And Breakfast in America, they played that. The other songs, no, they did not. So the other songs were Gone Hollywood, Oh Darling, The Lord It Is Mine, Just Another Nervous Wreck, Casual Conversations, and Child of Vision. Okay. So they played those songs all the time, all throughout the years, and like that. Isn't that something? And I'm trying to find for the record album. I'm going to look it up in a moment. So let's see here. I'll tell you in just a moment. Okay, just a moment, please. Okay, so here we go. So you have to know what's going on. So it was it's a view of the Manhattan skyline from an airplane window. And it won a Grammy Award for Best Record Recording Package. I did not know that. So, the woman on the cover is a waitress. That was her name was she was a waitress at a diner. Her name was Libby. The woman that portrayed in the album, her name was Kate Murtaugh. I think that's how you're saying. Yeah. And I watched a lot of television back then. But she was on a lot of TV, and I didn't notice her like that. So that's kind of strange like that. So that was kind of weird. So I'm going to look her up really quick. Okay. There we go. Yeah. So here she is. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you know what? She was on the Munsters. Oh, how about that? She was like that. I watched the Munsters all the time, and she was there like that. So she was in a lot of movies, pretty much. And so she was in Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Night Strangler. Remember that with Carl Kolchak? Dr. Detroit, The Car. Remember that? TV shows she was in My Three Sons, The Munsters, I Dream of Jeannie, Twilight Zone. Yeah, she was. So she passed away September 10th, 2017, at age 96. Yeah, so she was there for. She acted for a long, long time. I never knew who she was. So I don't know the story about this. How they found her. The guys at Supertramp asked her, "Can you, pose, for this album?" I said, "Sure." She probably said, "Yeah, girl, I'll do it." I'll do that. So that album is a classic. It really is. Breakfast in America. I love it. I really do. I never asked the kids that I went to high school how they liked the album. Never had the opportunity. I'm sure they did, or didn't want to admit it because they were into other rock bands like that. I don't know if Supertramp came to tour. I think they did. Yeah, I don't know where they went. I have no idea. Okay. So right now, I'm going to take a break. And when I come back, I'm going to read a 1962 menu from Agostino's Italian restaurant that was located on the Gold Coast of Chicago. So sit back and relax, and I'll be right back with the rest of the show, folks. Thank you.
Open a jar of pizza quick sauce and open your own pizzeria.
New Ragu Pizza Quick Sauce turns bread into pizzeria fresh pizza.
Open a jar of pizza quick sauce and open your own pizzeria.
Ragu Pizza Quick Sauce for pizzeria good pizza.
Open a jar of pizza quick sauce.
Pepperoni, mushroom, traditional sausage.
And open your own pizzeria.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I found a little more information about Supertramp, where they went on concert. They did perform in Chicago at the International Amphitheater on March 28, 1979. Yeah, I think I remember some kids mentioning this, passing by, probably. And I do recall vaguely that they wore concert T-shirts later on. It's probably towards the end of sophomore year at Bogan High School, because I was going. I had plans. I was going to Greece this summer. So anyway, so they did perform. I think they performed in Alpine Valley too, up at East Troy, Wisconsin as well. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm in the mood to listen to the album now. I can't help it. Anyway, probably later on tonight. All right, so now I'm going to talk about Agostino's Italian restaurant. Okay, I got some information about this from a man. His name is David Zornig. I think he's a photographer, I believe. I don't know, but he's a very nice man. He provided me information about that, so that was good. So he sends me a message that says here, the restaurant was originally located at 1121 North State Parkway, I believe, in the early 1950s. That's like in the corner of Cedar and State. I don't know when it opened. Maybe it opened in the 40s, I believe. I'm not sure. Probably. I'll find out some more information as I go along. In 1955, it moved to 7 East Delaware Place. And when that restaurant moved out from State, La Scala went there. I forgot about La Scala. I'm going to talk about that place. And so it was there for a long time. And let's see. So I found the article. Let me find it really quickly. Here we go. So here's an article from the Chicago Tribune. It's from September 7, 1978. The phone number at the time was area code 312-642-8540. Okay. And it was, let's see. Okay, so yeah. So it opened in the 40s or something like that. The man's name who opened it was Andy, I can't pronounce his name, Siakwa. It's spelled Siacqua. And his brother Gus. They opened it 52 years ago. So that was 1978. So I'm saying 1926. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they opened a long time. I don't know if it was at over there on State Parkway. I have no idea. Probably not. Maybe some other place. Maybe they started very small and all that, but they were there a long, long time. And they specialize, Italian cuisine, like that. Okay, and so it's been gone for a long time, like that. All right, so I found a menu from Agostino's. Inside they had the cocktail lounge. It was called the Marine Cocktail Lounge. Okay, that's good. I have a wine list, but I'm not going to read the wine list because it's too long. But they had imported wine, domestic wine, champagne. They had cocktails, probably Chianti. Yeah, very like that. Here's my favorite. Now they have, here is the entrees. So the chef's specials, I will read the prices, I promise. Okay. The chef specials at the time was chicken terzini. I love that. $1.50. Roast Long Island duckling, $3.50 with wild rice and orange sauce. Breaded jumbo frog legs with tartar sauce, $3. Barbecue baby ribs, $2.75. Barbecue spring chicken, $2.50. Colorado mountain trout, $3. Chicken livers with wild rice, $2.50. Beef tenderloin tips, burgundy, it's in parentheses, $3.25, and lobster tail thermidor, $3.50. I never tried lobster thermidor. I heard it's good. I want to try that. And it's served with potatoes and salad. Okay. There's spaghetti. Homemade green. It also has mustacholi as well. So here we go. It's here's spaghetti alla Agostino. That's chicken livers, fresh mushrooms, and meat sauce. That's $2.50. With meat sauce and fresh chopped tenderloin, $2. With fresh mushrooms, $2. With chicken livers, tomato sauce, and that $2.25. With meatballs, which I love, $2.25 as well. With Italian sausage, $2.50. Yeah, this is spaghetti. Now here's manicotti. Manicotti costs $2. Ravioli ricotta, probably ricotta cheese. Green noodles al forno. And spaghetti alla marinara. That's fresh tomatoes, olive oil, parsley, garlic, anchovy. You have to wait for 30 minutes. All those items, those 4 items, are $2. Spaghetti with clams, with red sauce, red or white sauce, whatever you like, $2.50. A special was baked lasagna with meat sauce, $2. Okay. They have risotto. It's a risotto alla Milanese. That's $2.50. That's boiled rice sauteed in butter with onions with grated Italian cheese, and risotto with mushrooms. Same thing, but it's $2.75. And also, that comes with garlic bread, and it costs $0.25 extra. Okay. They had Italian specialties: veal scallopini, sliced veal steak sauteed in butter with marsala wine and fresh mushrooms. Excuse me, $2.75. They also had veal scallopini alla marsala. That's with wine. Veal scallopini salsa picante. That's with fresh tomatoes, anchovies, and capers. Also, veal scallopini alla Agostino. That's with green peppers and mushrooms. Okay. Now, the first one was $2.75. Then the marsala was $2.75. Veal scallopini was $2.90. The veal scallopini alla Agostino is $3.50. And veal alla cacciatora, that's with same thing, pretty much, $2.90. Veal saltibocca alla Milanese, $2.75. Veal saltibocca alla Parmigiana, $3. Veal with peppers, $2.75. Veal saute meunier, I don't know what that is, $2.75. Veal cutlet Parmigiana, $2.75. Also, they had breaded veal cutlet alla Milanese. Sometimes they come breaded, $2.50. Lobster alla Diavolo, served with linguine or spaghetti, $7. Roast chicken with wild rice, $3. Boneless breast of chicken alla Parmigiana, $3. Chicken Vesuvio, $3. Chicken livers, Venetian style, $2.35. Fried chicken, Italian style, $2.50. Chicken alla cacciatora, that's disjointed spring chicken sauteed in olive oil. That's $2.75. Chicken alla cacciatora with spaghetti or masticholi. That's served with that, $3.50. Chicken Alfredo, $2.75. Broiled rush mushrooms on toast, $2.35. Rolled filet mignon Braciola, $2.90. Italian sausage, $1.75. And Italian sausage with green peppers, $2.50. It comes with potatoes or Italian salad, and you have dressings of your choice, Roquefort cheese or Thousand Island dressing. It costs 25 cents extra. Also, they have eggplant alla Parmigiana, $1.90. I love eggplant Parmigiana. Homemade Italian meatballs with fresh mushrooms ready to serve, $1.50. Okay, that sounds heavenly. It sounds wonderful. This menu didn't have a dessert. I don't know why, but I did find another menu that lists cheeses, desserts, and beverages. Okay, so I'll read that. Cheese, they have Roquefort, Camembert, Provolone. That will cost 50 cents. That's why the size. And Pontina, that costs 65 cents. Desserts, they had Sambioni al Marsala, it costs $1. Italian cake, 40 cents. Cheesecake, 40 cents. Small fruit salad, 40 cents. Melon in season, also served with ice cream, 40 cents. Italian spumoni, 50 cents. Biscuit tortoni, 50 cents. Cannoli, 50 cents. And fresh fruit in season. That doesn't list the price. I'm sorry. Okay. And also they have beverages, coffee, tea, or per pot, whatever you like, 25 cents. Iced tea, 25 cents. And Italian coffee espresso, 50 cents. I like espresso. Okay. So that was fun. Ooh, boy. I'm so hungry. I don't know when Agostino's closed. I think it closed maybe in the 80s or something like that. No clue. What's there now? I think they tore it down and they're building a new condo. Yeah, I think it's a condo. And it's called One East Delaware. And they have a Starbucks in the corner. That's what it looks like. The one, what's there now, 1121 North State Street. I'll look it up and I'll tell you. Here we go. It's taking forever. It's torn down. They pulled a Warby Parker store. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. That's okay. There's Illuminati's across the street. Oh, I love that. That sounds good. Okay, so that's it for this show. I'll do a recap of what I've talked about. I talked about my memories of the 1979 record album Breakfast in America, recorded by the British rock band Supertramp. It was released March 16th, 1979. Also, I read a 1962 menu from Agostino's Italian restaurant. It was first located at 1121 North State Parkway, and then it moved to 7 East Delaware Place. And they were both located in the Gold Coast neighborhood of Chicago. This podcast will be published later on today, wherever podcasts are available. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Breaker, Overcast, Podbean, Good Pods. If you have those apps on your phones or your tablets, tap on them. If you find them, tap follow. You receive a notification of the latest episode. Excuse me, I had to drink some water. Also, so you can listen anytime, any place. You can listen to previous episodes. Also be posted on my blog, www.vanishgoblin.blog. They're all listed. You can click on the link. It'll take you right there. Probably take you to Spotify to listen. Also, if you have CarPlay, you can listen to your car, or what else? Or stream it on your TV. You could do that. Also be posted on my YouTube channel, and again and again and again, people ask me, where do I find your podcast? Where do I find your podcast? You can find them on YouTube. Go to YouTube, do a search, Vanishing Chicagoland Stories, or my name, Pete Costanis. Click subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. All the episodes are listed there. And you can listen anywhere, any device, if you'd like. People ask me sometimes it switches to private with the episodes. YouTube does this stupid thing. I don't know what it is. So I have to keep checking and make it public so everyone can hear it. I got to make a note of that. Also be shared on my social media accounts, Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Reddit, Threads, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Instagram. They'll have the links. You can listen to them. Okay. Whew. I'm exhausted. So this is Pete Costanis, your host of Vanishing Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me. It's a beautiful day. I don't know if I'll do another podcast Saturday. I'm not sure. I have plans. Maybe. I don't know. I'll let you know. I will post on social media to notify you. So, gotta think of something. Well, I failed to mention this. A couple of things. I did a podcast episode about, and they featured the Man-Witch commercial. I forgot to mention the actor's name that spoke, and that was Johnny Brown, who played Bookman on Good Times. He was the one who was talking. I apologize for that. Also, I did 3 restaurants, Italian that start with the letter A. I did Adolf's. I did Agostino's. Now I'm going to do Armando's. And I found a menu, and I'll probably do that on the next episode. So someone mentioned the 3 A's of Italian restaurants that were in the Gold Coast area. Maybe there was another one. I don't know. Maybe. If you know, let me know. Okay. So again, this is Pete Costanis, your host for Vanishing Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me. I don't want to repeat that, but here's Bye-Bye for me, and here's a little traveling music from our famous Chicago legend and good guy, Ray Rayner, saying bye, bye, bye. Take care, everyone, and have a great day. Thank you.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.